Bing bong. Just playing. Welcome back to the Facescape podcast. Where basically it's just me sitting here with my thoughts. Because I don't know where else to put them. I write them down. I talk to people about them. But still, it just seems like my thoughts still just go crazy. So I figured this is a way for me to just kind of, I don't know, let it all out. My name is Dylan Arnett. In case you don't know me. Like I said, if you want to, know more about me, I think I put more than I should have in the first podcast episode. So you can go look at that one. That should be right below this one. This one's going to be named after friendships. I think a little bit to know more about me is, well, I've moved around a lot in my life. And the one thing I think I can always, say is I've made a lot of friendships. And I also haven't kept a lot of friendships. Moving around so much is just it's a hassle, but it's a blessing at the same. Because one, you're getting more experience with being out there and being you're the new kid in school. So I feel like it kind of makes you want to step out of your bubble so you can obviously make those friends, which is just for me. I know there's a lot of people that are, new kids, and when they get to a new place, it's a very scary experience. You get to a whole new environment and you don't know anybody, and there's all these kids that have known each other since elementary school, and here you are coming up in, this new school in junior year, and so you're already midway through high school year, that's scary. And I don't think a lot of people realize that for someone that is new, You might be a little older, and yeah, you would think it'd be easier for you to just get out of your shell, but no, it is not. So those people that really step up in those environments for the new kid and say, hey, why don't you come sit with us, or hey man, what's your name, why don't you come hang out with us, or blah blah blah, or those invites are huge. I think more than people realize, to be totally honest. The invites are maybe what make your whole entire week. I can think of this one time, 7th grade. I was brand new to this middle school, One Lake Middle School. And I come in, and they would have the grades sit down in the gym, kind of like the, bringing in the new year or whatever of the school year. And these group of kids looked at me, made a comment about my shoes, said they looked cool, and they said, hey man, why don't you come sit with us? I literally went back home, and at the time, this is when Facebook was really popping, so you just posted everything you were thinking and all that on Facebook, and I literally was just, oh my gosh, I had the best first day ever, any kid could have ever had, blah, 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 blah. So trust me, those invites are huge, especially, oh, yeah. But, I think more onto the new kid topic is just, especially if you've moved around a lot and you've gone to so many schools, it is so tiring to go to a new school when you're used to just meeting a bunch of new people over and over again. Because in the back of your head, you're thinking, why even make these friends? I'm probably going to be gone in a year. So it's why not just write out the year or whatever? And I think in those moments is when you have to flip that mindset quick. Because yes, you may only be there for a year, but make that the best year you can make it, than rather just being lonely and depressed and playing video games all day, which I've done. There's no shame, by the way. If you do that, no shame at all. This is just, the mindset I had to flip when I was going to these new schools. because I found myself being in a way more better environment when I was doing those things. Like when I was flipping the narrative, like, okay, you could only be here for a year. Honestly, the shortest amount of time I was at a school before I switched to a new one was what? September, October, November, December. So 3.5 months. Because it was the midwinter break. Not mid, it was winter break when I switched, when we came back. So, honestly, it's just about flipping it. Like, have a good time. And it sucks because when you're young like that, like, oh, like, I don't want to be the weird new kid and come in and act like I own the. Like, no. It's not like that at all. And honestly, I wish I had grasped this knowledge earlier in life. Because it's hard. It's hard. And I feel for those new kids. Like, I really do. I'm growing up, even being the new kid coming in and then making all those friends, and I saw another new kid. I try my best to reach out to that kid. I'm like, hey, man, or girl, sorry, you know how it is. Like, I get it. Like, come sit with us. Like, come. What are you doing after school today? You want to go do something? Blah blah blah. Like, I would try my best. But with all those friendships, I remember at the time, because just younger me, all I kept thinking about in my head was, oh my gosh, like I'm getting more and more Instagram followers by going to all these new schools. Like, oh my gosh. And it's so weird because you see people on Instagram or Facebook or whatever you haven't seen in years. Like, lives totally different. Either they're in college, or I've seen a bunch of people just have kids the same age as me, 21. They got like one or two kids. Wow. Wow. Best of luck to you. I just know for me, I am no place right now, maturity wise, money wise, life wise, to be able to take on a kid. Much less two kids. Yeah, no, sorry, I'm gonna have to miss. I literally have so much respect for those people, especially if it's planned. Like that's what you want. Like, yeah. But the friendships that last though, out of all of those, rarely any of them do. Where you're like still close and you still talk every once in a while. I mean, the only ones that really lasted for me, that lasted a little bit longer, were usually always the girl friendships rather than the boy friendships, which is a little weird for me, I think. But I mean, also I feel like this is just because of who I am. I've always gotten um more friends and gotten better along with the female crowd than the male crowd. And I think for me, it's more just about comfort. Like I feel more comfortable around women. Sorry. Um. By the way, I'm not cutting any of the mess ups. By the way, I'm keeping it 100 real. This is literally who I am. Ask anyone around me. I stutter. I mess up my words all the time. I frankly just do not care. Um. But I'm just more comfortable around women. That's just like who I am. And that's not like on no relationship, no, sexual based wise. That's just strictly who I am. Like, I'd rather be friends with girls than guys sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, because guys be tripping. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, guys are the most chill, and like we don't really be doing nothing except stupid shit. But girls are like, I'm a talker. Like, I love talking. So if I can sit down and talk with you and have a great conversation, which a lot of guys don't like doing, but women love, I will sit there and talk to you for hours. Like, I've done it with people that I've met, haven't seen in years, and then sat in my car and we've been talking for 3 to 4 hours just about life. You know, that's just who I am, though. Um, but back to like the friendships that actually last, very rarely, very. And honestly, the ones, like, I'm not friends with anyone from who I went to elementary school with, which they have reached out, and we'll get into that because that's whole other kept open. But Um, not friends with anyone in middle school, and halfway because I switched halfway through high school, so freshman sophomore year, yep, not friends with anyone there. And then junior and senior, I'm only friends with one or two that I like consistently talk to. Um, Now the people I've made after high school, the friends, that's like usually who I'm still friends with now. But um, I gotta say though, like even the it's weird, and I think a lot of people can agree with this. It is so weird how you can be the like best of friends with someone, and we're talking like not even like middle school. Like obviously you changed from middle school to now, but like I'm talking like late high school, even like even out of high school, and then you hit this like you hit this stage in life where I don't want to be friends with you anymore. And then I don't even want to say I don't want to be friends with you anymore. Friends with that person, or even more. It's like you just hit a point where it's like, dude, like I don't even want to hang out with you anymore. Like, yeah, like I'll talk to you on the phone and I'll FaceTime you and stuff like that, and that's cool. But like, I like when you ask me to hang out, like a certain person does, from like a friend that I've been friends with for a minute. Like, I do not want to hang out. I got to be honest, and I don't know if it's because I'm a year older than all of my friends. Like, I and I can feel it sometimes. Talking with them and like just hearing their maturity wise and things they see and things they're going through in life right now, I'm like, dude, I don't know if it's the age thing, but I feel like we all go through things at like a certain age, and I can tell. Um, which bothers me sometimes because I feel like my friends don't always have the same perspective on life as I do, which I don't really see sometimes how that year difference would make a difference, but I don't know. But anyways, back to like, and people want to say like it's because you get a girlfriend or whatever, and makes you not want to hang out with your boys or your friends or whatever. But like, I don't even know because even before I had a girlfriend, like that thought was still heavy. Like, I like do not want to be friends with you anymore. Like, you are not the person. Well, you are the person I was friends with. I think I'm just reaching that new stage in life. I think I'm just. I don't even want to say outgrowing you. I just feel like we are just not on the same wavelength anymore. I don't want to talk to my friends really anymore about things I got going on or anything like that. There are some, don't get me wrong, there are like one or two I still want to go to and be like, hey man, like how you doing, blah blah blah, sit down, chit chat for a while, like go get something to eat or whatever and hang out. But like, ooh, like a good amount, I don't want to say anything to you. Like I don't want to talk to you. You call, I don't answer. And that to me, like I know I'm in the wrong. Like I know me not answering your calls, me not just being straight up with you, like being straight up with the person, saying like, "Hey, I'm be honest, like I don't even know if I want to be friends with you anymore." You know what I mean? Like that's messed up of me. Like not to just be straight up and be like, "Yo," you know? And this isn't for all my friends. Like this is, so if you're listening, like it's not like I don't know. Like you just have to come and talk to me. He sent me that text message. Hey man, how you doing? I heard this or whatever. Blah blah blah. And I don't know. Like it's just like I said. I think you just reach a stage in life where you start to outgrow your old friends. And I see that in one of my other buddies. And I used to and feel like really get on him about it. And now I understand. Like I understand. Like I sit there And I understand why he was distant from us. I understand why he spent more time with his girlfriend than us. It's because my friend group, I don't even want to say my friend group because I don't want to put all my friends in there, but you know who you are. We pick on each other so much that it makes you like not want to hang out with us. And people over the years have like pointed this out, like doing like you guys like poke fun at people, and then like it's kind of just like that awkward laugh people do just to keep on moving. But like you guys are mean. And of course I don't realize this until 21 when people were telling me this at like 18, 19. I'm like, yeah, haha, you guys are just soft, like blah blah blah, like grow up. Like, no, you grow up. And I always was told like you're kind of immature, and that would like hit me, like that would hurt me. Like, no way you're calling me immature right now. But like, I was heavily immature, and I'm still immature. Like, I have so much growing to do, and I believe with things I'm doing, trying to do in life, and my girlfriend, like, I'm gonna get there. Like, no doubt about it. But like, I think I'm just trying to say, sorry for the movement. I think I'm just trying to say to people that are listening, like, I think it's okay to feel the way where you're outgrowing your friends. And this is definitely some knowledge and points I need to take for myself, saying like this is just like, I'm my own worst enemy, like I'm the only one that stops me from doing it. It's okay to outgrow your friends. Like, it's good. Not everyone is supposed to be in your life forever. God only puts people in your life for a certain amount of time to teach you things and to be there for you through things and da da da. Like, there is a purpose for every person that comes across you in life. I truly believe that. But not everybody can go to the heights that God is going to put you at. There's your little daily of gospel right there for you. Your little sermon. You're welcome. I'm doing God's work. I tried my best. But I think you don't need to feel guilty whatsoever. There's no need to feel guilty. And I'm really speaking to myself here. It's okay to let go. This is something I've really struggled myself, is to let go. And, as episodes go on, you'll learn more and more about this about me, but I hold and I hold and I hold until, like, someone finally goes, Dylan, like, it's time to let go. Sometimes it's hard. Like, I can't even make that decision for myself. Someone has to be like, Dylan, it's time to let go. And this is why I will always preach. It is amazing. I recommend everybody. That one guy out there, the one like lover boy that's just all over the place, I was that guy. And let me tell you, I'll recommend this every time. Get yourself a girlfriend. And not any girlfriend. Don't be out there just slinging around trying to find the right girl. Find that woman that God is placing in your life to make you that better person. I truly believe I have found that person for me. She makes me realize like the things your friends do are like not okay. This is not how you treat your friends. Or just simple things in life, just like how I'm supposed to be treated, or like things I've never realized that I've just always just laughed off. 'Cause that's what I'm just known to do. Like, I just laugh it off or just say it is what it is, which I think a lot of people can agree with. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, it's hard. And that's the hard part, Because, I know everyone wants to be that person that really tries their best to, hey, listen, I just have outgrown you. Everyone tries their best to say that to their friend or whatever, but it just doesn't always come out. But everyone will get there, and I truly believe that. I don't know. I truly believe that if you want someone to stay in your life, you need to walk up to that person and just be like, yo. Like, if you truly believe they need to still, like, they still serve a purpose in your life, then you need to just be like, hey, man, be that friend and just say, you need to get your shit together. And the way you be treating me, like, it makes me not want to be around you. I think for me, I'm just past that point where I just want to walk up to them and be like, get your shit together. I don't want to, this is how I've been feeling. Like, I'm past that point. Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I do not want to be friends with you anymore. But that's, like I said, it's hard. Sidebar is I have pictures, family pictures this Sunday. And this kind of ties in with everything I kind of been talking about, because I know we were talking about friendships and outgrowing friendships, but I think a real talk, something that no one talks about, that I think is a very like a true thing, outgrowing family relationships. Hear me out. I used to be so close with my family. So close. I believe my family truly brings my energy down sometimes. And I work all through the week. And this is something I've really had to like work on and like notice and recognizing and, putting into work, is I work all week trying to keep my energy at a maximum to make sure like I can look at myself in the mirror and say I'm ready to conquer the day. Like, I'm gonna be the reason why someone smiles today, not the reason why someone goes and looks in the mirror and goes like, why would they say that about me? You know what I mean? My family truly makes me feel that second way though. Look at my mirror like, why would they say that about me? This is my family. This is like someone who's trying to, like, I feel like stereotypical, your family is supposed to be the one that builds you up the most. No, not in my family. Which some people could argue that it's, builds character that if your family's always just clowning on you and bullying you. But I feel like there comes to a line where it's past clowning you and bullying you. Like, then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you're driving me to depression, which is, I don't know, a thing that needs to be like, eh, but who knows? I think that's for another topic about my family. I've notes about it and stuff like that. I think I really stayed on. I tried my best to stay on topic about my notes for today. But yeah, guys, if anyone's really listening to this, I really appreciate it. And these are really just my thoughts. And like I've said before, like, this is kind of just for me to just let out this is my therapy. This is for me to let it all out. My thoughts that I've just been keeping in. So, thank you for listening, and I'm trying to figure out my right schedule for everything. So, to be continued. But yeah, guys, I want to just leave you with this little piece of knowledge. God has a purpose for you. God is working in your life. And this is something that just keeps coming to my knowledge. God is working, all right? God is going to bring you great blessings. You just have to trust in Him and believe in Him with everything in you. Repent, talk to Him daily, and just take everything to Him. That if I could leave you with anything, that's my knowledge. That's something I believe wholeheartedly, and something I'll take with me to the grave, to be honest. So, it's all love. I love every single one of you that listen to this. And God bless you all and your families. Peace.